Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Gun! Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. Gun!
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Strong right. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Over! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
1st down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith finding some room at midfield and finally brought down at the 43. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Hey. Four down. Back 99 Philly, here we go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. We got 4. Gun!
Now Jackson on second down. The 20. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Gun!
They come out here in the eye.
Gun!
They go play action here on first down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down. They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! We got three, fellas, we got 3.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield being chased out left. And his pass incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield buying time to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. They call that a punt of 38 yards, official. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Alert! 3 down. Watch him now, Barney! You got tight right there.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. 3:19. Check 52.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Detroit! Gun! Over!
From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 3rd down, Mayfield dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the... All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on 1st down. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Mayfield now, eluding the pressure right. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Right there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And again, it's Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Frank Clark. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
36. Gun!
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here comes the
Lucky
Raven
56,
offense now,
Lucky
ready for
56.
another possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there,
Barney.
that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Detroit!
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue line it.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Mayfield going deep here for Parker. And this one is incomplete. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Leopard! Leopard! Gun!
First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight left. Hey, boys, we got four down.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Motion.
They go play action now. Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit.
Jackson on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch out for 86. Gun!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
4 down.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Now, check.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ito Smith with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens add on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again, dumping it off for Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
Mayfield to throw it. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Hey, we got 4.
1st down, and they'll try to run the option left. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
That's it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
36.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Mayfield with it once more. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Detroit.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot.
They begin with a run by Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A first down throw from Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep it with Smith on first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.